Hello guys, welcome to the channel here today for another Barça News Round Up where we're going to talk about Ansu Fati feature, and also guys we're going to talk about Cancelo, who is on the verge of joining Barcelona from Manchester City on loan. And also guys we're going to talk about Felix, who is still waiting for Barcelona to join the club probably before the end of the window. So guys, if we do indeed start with the bad news, because we have a bad news because Ronald Araujo got a hamstring injury during the training session. And also he's going to miss something around 4 to 6 weeks of competition. And guys, losing Araujo actually be at the start of the season. We have not even played 2 or 3 games. We just played only 1 game against Getafe where he played as a right back. And we know that actually at Barcelona last season we have seen on several occasions it was Araujo and Koundé playing as a right back, and they were interchanging on certain occasions due to the opening players. Sometimes if Barcelona played against Real Madrid, Vinicius, you know that this is obvious. Araujo used to play as a right back. But guys, actually losing Araujo is something that maybe I think it will put some pressure on the board to accelerate on certain deals, like the deal of Cancelo, who's on the verge of joining Barcelona. Negotiations still ongoing between Barcelona and Manchester City for a loan deal plus a buy option clause. But we know that the problem is that Manchester City they are trying to include the mandatory buy clause so that with a higher fee. They were talking about something around 60 million. That's too much for a player like Cancelo, and we know that his value is really good, but paying that kind of money for Cancelo, I don't think this is really a good idea actually due to the finances of the club. So guys, Barcelona is still working on the deal. I think that Araujo injury, they will try to push them, put some pressure on them so that they will work on it to accelerate the deal to get the player very quickly. So we have to wait and see. Actually, the window, we just got something around 12 days to go before the end of the window. We have to wait and see what is going to be with Cancelo to Barcelona. So guys, from one Portuguese to another Portuguese, this one is Felix. Felix is probably going to join the club. We are still waiting because the problem is that actually Barcelona, they are not really in a rush to get the player because Xavi, he is not really a fan of the player. And the problem is that getting a player just for the sake of getting him in your squad because he's talented. We know that Felix is talented. He's a very talented player. We have seen him with Benfica and also on certain occasions with Atletico Madrid. But getting the player for just the sake of getting him in your team, you don't know how you're going to use him. It's something really risky, and we don't want to get to end up like the case that we have with Coutinho and also Antoine Griezmann or players like Malcolm. We have seen it on several occasions with players. We don't want to get in those kind of situation again. So that's why we have to be very careful and also listen to the coach, what he wants to do and what kind of player he wants in his team, because he's the one who's going to put them on the field. So if you are going to buy players, try to get in touch with the coach so that he can give you the names, he can give you the names, the people that he wants to play, the kind of player that he wants in his team. So guys, talking about Felix, that's put us also in a position we have to talk about Ansu Fati feature, because we know that actually the player, he's not really in the good books, in Xavi's good books, and that is really obvious because we have seen it against Getafe. He was only the 3rd choice to get into the field after the third one to get in the field after in the game. We have seen like players like Abde coming in, and also we have been waiting to see Ansu Fati because we know actually the player, he can do something, he can deliver, because Ansu, for the first time since he got that knee injury, he is really feeling strong physically. He is ready. According to lots of reports, he has been working all the summer to get in shape to be able to deliver for the club, because he loves this club. He has been firm on his position, not willing to leave. But according to report recently, in the recent days, Ansu Fati, he is now open to the possibility of leaving the club for the sake of a game time. And that is really understandable. But the problem is, guys, Ansu Fati, he's just 20. He's just 20. And those kind of players, you have to give them time. We have given time to Dembele for like 6 years. And we were even ready to give him for a 7-1 this season before he left for Paris Saint-Germain. And we are not even ready to give even 2 or 3 years to Ansu Fati. This is really, it's very difficult for us like to understand those kind of situations, because Ansu Fati, he's from La Masia. We know that actually if Barcelona do sell Ansu Fati, they can get a lot of profit from his sale because he is someone who has not cost anything to the club. So in this case, if you sell him, all the money that is coming in is like you can use that money, you can reinvest that money. It's different from the case of Ferran Torres, who a player that you have bought something around 60 million euro, like just 2 years ago. And in this case, Ansu Fati, financially talking, you can sell him and you can make profit from it. But Ferran Torres is not the case. But guys, the sporting project is that Ansu Fati is someone who he can deliver, like within 2 or 3 years, he can be really interesting in the team. We have seen players like Marcus Rashford with Manchester United. Manchester United, they have been very patient with Rashford. And now Rashford is one of the most interesting players across Europe. A lot of teams, they're willing to have players like Rashford in their team. So if you have given time to someone like Dembele, why don't you give time to a player that you got from your academy? You give him confidence. You give him the opportunity that he can be part of the team. That's what Barcelona is known for. Because we have seen players like Messi, Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta, Puyol, Valdez. We have seen it on several occasions. But now if we are not willing to give time to the players that we got coming from the academy, what are we going to do? Like someone like Ansu Fati. It's not every time you are going to get the talent like Ansu Fati. I know people start talking about Lamine Yamal, but yes, Lamine, he's just 16, please. He's just 16. And Ansu Fati is 20. He got a lot of time to deliver, to be really important to the team. So I think that Barcelona selling Ansu Fati will be a huge mistake that they are going to regret, like in just 2 or 3 years. And I'm telling you, because the boy, he got something. He got something. He's the kind of player who, like, in terms of scoring goals, he is someone who he can sense the goals. He was lacking confidence. And now you give him that confidence. Physically, he's ready. You give him that confidence. You tell him that you count on him. He can deliver. He's just a young boy. He's just 20. So I think that selling Ansu Fati actually will be that will be a huge mistake from Barcelona. So they need to reevaluate the value of the player, how they want to use him in the future. Try to create something around the player. You have given him the number 10, and then it's like you are not backing him up. You need to give him confidence. When Xavi got there, he was the one. Ansu Fati was really playing, like every time he was ready, Xavi was putting him in. And now he's not even, it's like he's not even the second choice. He's just something like the third or the fourth one. This is really, it's not good for the players. It's not good for those who are coming from the academy. What kind of example are you going to give them? I think that Barcelona actually, they need to give Ansu Fati more time for him to deliver for the club, because we know that he loved the club. We have seen the interview that his father had few weeks ago talking that Ansu should leave the club. And at that time, Ansu said he is really committed to the club. He wants to stay at Barcelona because he loved this club. He wants to stay there. And we have to back him up because he has shown us love. And we have to give him love, like to support him, to show him, to tell him that he is really important to the team. I think that this is something that Xavi should try to work on. His relationship with Ansu Fati is not that good, I know, because he's been really strict with the player and telling him that he's not really actually the first choice, but give him time, give the boy some time, and he will deliver. So guys, if you do indeed like the video, do give me your thought down below in the comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.